Sam, thank you for coming today.
Thank you for having me.
I know you have a show coming up at Manor Mill.
Saturday, March 1st. Yep.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And I wanted to have you here because we had talked earlier about some of the inspiration for that show and how you were bringing some songs back that had been kind of with you a while. Some of the ones you really loved and you put on that CD. It's a great CD.
Thank you.
Yeah, just give me a little talk about what you're going to do that night.
Well, it's some of the songs off the new CD, some of the songs off of the earlier CD I did a few years back. Both of those CDs were mostly, well, not mostly, well, half anyway, songs that I had sort of either sitting around or demo versions that I had sent to the other members of my band, The Old Part of Town, for them to learn or for us to work on and go from that demo version to whatever they became. And those demo versions were, in a lot of cases I thought were nice little versions of songs. So I thought, I should just sort of finish these off as make them like palatable to listen to, quality wise, fix mistakes, whatever, just to sort of make it a nicer version and put them on a CD. And so a lot of the two CDs have quite a few of those. And then other things that I just done over the years that had no other place to go, and I felt like I'm the only person who knows that this exists, so I think I should put it on a CD.
No, that's great. That's what we had talked about when we met the last time. The whole concept of we play music and these songs exist. We want to get them out there,
right?
Have a legacy, and some you have to put some effort into that because it takes a while. People get that they pick them up and then it kind of expands from there. I told you about my story about Butch Neal. Picture up above me, who was my inspiration, same type of deal. He had such great music, and I thought, man, and he's local, Hereford area. It's like so much music probably in this area does just kind of, go into the ether. So anyway, what we want to do here with my website, Hereford Music News, is capture that with each, all these local musicians. So that's part of having you here today. And we were talking about some of these songs, which I'm going to bring out on my website, that are shareable, that amateur musicians can pick up and play. We can play, hopefully we can share them. You guys, some of the musicians in the area can play each other's songs and make this a vibe, a future Laurel Canyon, right? So happening right here.
Here we are.
A little older. We're a little older.
A little older, that's right.
That's
right.
part of the times. So anyway, before I want you to play one of your songs off of this.
Okay.
Give us a listen and see.
Okay. And do you have one that you wanted me to play?
I remember I'd like that Lily of the Valley.
Okay.
Now, but you had said you had some others in mind.
As far as easy to learn, I don't know that fits that bill.
No,
but I love that song.
Well, I'll go.
So either way,
we could do two.
Okay.
And one is the one I'd like you to do first is something that you feel is something other guitarists could do.
Right. Okay.
Because I'm going to post, if it's okay with you, I'd like to post even the opportunity for local musicians to say, hey man, do you have the chords and
sure.
And I could kind of host that on my website. So
yeah.
I'll let you.
Well, probably Maybelline might be the right song. Pardon me for a minute here, because I always, as I've gotten old, I forget words. So I want to make sure I got them handy in front of me. I played this song a zillion times. And I probably should play harmonica on this one too.
All right.
While I'm at it, so hang on a minute here. And G.
Ooh.
And for instructional reasons, we're in G, so I'm playing a C harp, which is a cross harp.
Gotcha.
Which I don't normally play harp in this song, but normally it's a band song, and I've got other people playing parts, so I'm going to see what happens with the harp.
Man, I tell you, so many times we wish there was a harp player in the little squad I play with.
Oh yeah? Well, tell me when you want me to play. I'll come out.
It's just such a perfect little instrument.
I probably grab that tune. something that can't be seen. Tired eyes and a forgotten dream. Maybelline, oh Maybelline. Maybelline, well, what's the deal? Cigarette burns on the steering wheel, trying to find her sex appeal. Maybelline, oh Maybelline. Wake up early or wake up late. Wait a minute, wasn't that the interstate? Working at a Starbucks, living with her sister. There must be more to life than just being a barista. Maybelline, Maybelline. Working on something that can't be seen. Tired eyes and a forgotten dream. Maybelline, oh Maybelline. Maybe get a tattoo, maybe drink a beer. I got to find a way to look happy in the mirror. Maybe wear a raincoat or dye her hair again. Maybe go to bed, see if tomorrow comes again. Maybelline, well, she's not sure. Last night was just a blur. So pour the coffee for your customer. Maybelline, oh Maybelline. Maybelline, oh Maybelline. Maybelline, oh Maybelline. Maybelline, oh Maybelline.
It sounded nice.
Yeah.
It sounded very good.
What a great song.
Thank you.
I think that's right up the line of what I was thinking about.
Yeah,
I want to play it. I want to play it. I got it.
You
No.
should have played along.
Yeah, kind of, you know, whatever.
Okay.
Get your confidence level up. That's what he used to say to me every time I'd panic up on the stage. Get your confidence going, son. Get your confidence. But no, thank you. That was fantastic. Yeah, it's getting back to when you're at the mill, and that place is such a special place because, like, you know, you can really feel the soul in the room.
Yeah.
You know, and what's it like for you being up there? You played there, obviously, yeah.
Right.
With the whole band, though. This
Right.
time you're going to be
Well-
introducing guests.
Well, it's sort of a different band that I called That's That.
Right.
It'll be a couple of solo, maybe I don't know, 3 or 4 solo tunes, but they're going to be the other members of the band will be coming and going depending on the song.
Right.
So I got 4 other players. I got Brian Whaley, who was used to be in the old part of town, fiddle player. and Steve Raskin, who is in the band on drums,
Right.
and Kirk Kness, who's a great area keyboard player, and Edward Graham on bass, and then his wife Monica is going to sing some of the harmony parts and stuff. So depending on the song, it might be 3 of us, maybe 4 of us, might be all 6 of us. It really is going to vary depending on what the song requires.
Man, that's an exciting show.
Yeah.
I mean, you've never done this as a group
No.
in front of people.
No. As a matter of fact, this as of right now, as we speak, we've never all 6 of us been together in the same room.
Okay. Well, this
so
is the cool
tonight
show.
we have a practice. As a matter of fact, that theoretically that we're all going to be there for. So we'll see how that goes. But we've done all bits and pieces of it. But
I think that type of adventure. I think that's going to carry on with other types of performances. I hope where people come together in collaborations like that.
Yeah.
Because that kind of it's going to add a lot of energy to it.
Yeah,
right?
It'll be fun. I tend to put myself in these binds where I say, oh, this would be a good idea, and I come up with the idea and I organize it, and I'm like, now I got to figure out how the hell I'm going to do it. How am I going to? Everybody's got their schedules, and then the snow hits, and all this stuff happens, so it's like hard to get together, and vacations are already in the middle of it, so it's like a whole story. So, but everybody's a good enough player that even if we screw up, we'll be all right.
So a lot of these, since you've played with them a long time, I mean, that sense of community's got to be pretty intense too.
Yeah, that's great.
You played with some of these people probably for how long?
Well, with Steve, the drummer, he was at one point. I had a band called the Charm City Reactors in the '80s, so I've known him since then.
Yeah,
and others have been more recently, but still, it's probably a good dozen years, if not more.
Right. This is what I try to tell people with some of the stories that I write. I mean, playing music, starting at any time in life. I mean, it's a great way to make friends, and
it's true.
Our Hootenanny thing is about, we talked about this before. Right. It's about people who, for the first time, might play with a group of people or in front of people.
Right.
Because those experiences with those friends, they run pretty deep.
Right.
Your songwriting, I want to get into that just really briefly, because you experiment with a lot of different stuff. I mean, some of them, your songs are really quirky and fun, and some of them, get pretty deep. And some of the choices that you make, I was really on the latest album, I was intrigued by. You did the Bob Dylan Drifters
Escape, right.
Which is an interesting tune to pick off of that album, and a pretty obscure. I mean, as far as a Dylan album goes,
true.
It's not one of the most that people even know.
Right. Yeah. True.
It's actually one of my favorite. John Wesley Harding. Yeah. So tell me a little bit. The choices of these songs that came up. I mean, just
mostly it's just. I mean, I'll hear a song and that just sounds like, oh, I want to. I could do something with that. I don't like to play. For the most part, I don't like to play songs if it's a cover tune, just a straight cover of the song, because I just find that it's like, why? First of all, the original version is probably better anyway. It's fun to play, but it can maybe once or twice, but not as something I want to present. So I like to hear. I like to when I hear a song that sounds like something I could do something with, then that's where I end up deciding to record it.
So you think of it technically rather than
a little bit, yeah. I mean, and a lot of times it it'll be, I really like it. I do it with the band, and I did it on some of these songs in the album. I like to completely rearrange them, or not completely, but change them in a way that like we did. The band did a tribute to Neil Young a few years ago for the album Harvest, and one of the songs on that, we had to cover the whole album because it was a thing for the radio station, and other bands were part of it. And we had to do, one of the songs that had to get covered was "There's a World," which is, if you remember that album, it's like the London Symphony Orchestra, and it's like this quiet, weird. It's like the one song that you used to, when you got that point of the album, you'd like sort of like pick up the needle and just skip it and go to the next one, because it was like nobody wanted to hear that song. So I made it into a bluegrass tune instead, and because it was like that's it worked bluegrass chord wise, it would work fine, so that the demo of that is on.
Yeah,
recording. So I'd like to do those kind of things with songs.
that's fun for the listener. You have one from your first album. Are you gonna do music from your first album too?
Mm-hmm.
It's a George Harrison tune, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was that? Which one was that?
Within You, Without
Within
You.
You, Without You. Now,
Same thing.
Actually, it was the same thing. Caught me off guard. I'm like, I know this damn song. You know, because the voice, I could tell it had that what George was doing with that Indian thing. But how the hell did you make that kind of a folky sound out into it? It's a great tune.
Thank you.
It's a really kind,
it's fun to play too.
Interesting, fun to play. I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that gets more into the technical stuff. The first song you did was a one that I think hopefully amateurs, us jammers can play anytime. It'll be on the website, Hereford Music News website. So now, if you want to do another, maybe the Lily of the Valley, something that I think is a beautiful tune.
Okay.
All around. Yeah, another thing I got to know. I wear these things, my hoot boots, I call them, my cowboy boots, get me confidence. Not a good thing to be wearing here.
No.
I was gonna come over and check this.
Your heels and Theo's nails.
Yeah, I think I gotta go with tennis shoes
clickety.
now. Smart thing to do.
Let's see. I don't think I need this. Let's see. Yeah. That's out of tune, sorry. There it is. They call me. That's not it. I'm not gonna start the first line wrong.
Hopefully it's a matter middle, but it's gonna be laid back. Yeah, and people can BYOB, so it doesn't matter.
That's right. All right, one more time. They called her Lily, Lily of the Valley. Fragrance so sweet. I love the way her head drooped down. Raindrop kisses her cheek. Sorry, still out of tune. This is missing background parts.
Ah.
Yeah, it's funky coming from the cold and this temperature gets
Yeah.
hot. And then blow on for a while.
I'll try it again. We called her Lily, Lily of the Valley. Fragrance so sweet. I love the way her head drooped down. Raindrop kisses her cheek. I miss my Lily of the Valley. With her lips curled just right. Her eyes spark with fire and forgiveness, friendship and fright. Lily of the Valley. Now you're just a marker in time. Lily of the Valley. Well, I remember when you were mine. never a spring when the sweet smell returns. Remember, Lily, when it was our turn. Well, you can look out over the valley so low. You can look out over the valley, find the places we go. You can look out over the valley so wide. You can look all through the valley, won't find the places we hide. Her name was Lily, the lily of the valley. If she got trampled underfoot, she always rose back up and took another look. Lily of the valley, now you're just a marker in time. Lily of the valley, well, I remember when you were mine. Lily of the valley, Lily of the valley, whatever happened to my lily of the valley?
Woohoo!
Nice. Thank you. That was fantastic. I think that show's going to be, really magical for people to see.
I hope so. The players are good. The music hopefully will be good. The place is a great place to play because the room sounds so good.
Yeah.
And
When is it?
March 1st, Saturday, March 1st.
Okay.
And then do you have,
in about a couple weeks anyway.
You guys have something come up? Anything specific coming into the spring or summer that you're excited about? Just
Well, the old part of town's playing. We'll be sort of back to up and running, in April. A few different places around. We have a website,
Right.
theoldpartoftown.com.
Well, cool.
And we've got Facebook page and all those things, so we can have mailing lists and you can get on to get all of our stuff. But and we'll be at Manor Mill as well in October.
Okay,
Doing
cool.
something there.
Well, you guys, all these, you're a definite gem in the area.
Thank you.
I'm glad I stumbled upon you. I mean, it probably was when I started to get into doing the Hereford News thing, and then chatting music stores and everything. It just seems to me that there are a lot of people who don't know, like they just don't know. And part of my mission is just to, especially people our age, who lonely, don't know what to do with themselves.
Be lonely.
No, not you. The listener, the people out there.
Those lonely listeners out there.
The lowly folks, not big stars. No, basically, gosh, now I've lost my train of thought.
That's what I do.
But no, the concept of like when we were kids, we bought albums, we stared at them.
Right.
We tried to think about what musicians and read into all kinds of stuff. But as we get later in life, it seems to me that people can really they can to go and see a person play at local places and at various bars and venues that you maybe see more than once and get to know them. And now we have the ability through social media to know when a new album comes out and everything. And so I see a lot of my friends who would otherwise don't have a connection to music and community now have that opportunity.
Right. That's great. Yeah.
And that's where the Mill is really great because it is conversation and music all the way through.
Yeah, it's nice.
So thank you for coming around and
Sure.
playing some tunes.
Okay.
And
Okay.
we'll be there. I'll be
Okay.
there at the mill and taking some pictures. And
Excellent.
all
All
right.
right. Good. Very good.
Thanks,
you.
man.
Woo!